hardcore rap guy. Got into a dual fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog. Destined for the shadow realm, y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sithis, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the menace, who you kidding? Bitch, I'm Dennis Knight. Sweet to drive, hide-headed, rhymes are surely cold. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. So I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, about to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. When this will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted drills you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, Independence made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or Death Star. So far removed from the drama, we don't notice harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically the sum made up like you define math. This crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm Mary band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blerd's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Blerd's Eye View. I'm your host, captain of the ship, and fan of all nerddom, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in. You can catch us live Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. You can also see past shows on Always Press Record through your Roku and Amazon Fire devices. Let's get this show going. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We have a dope guest that's coming on as well, Gary Peebles. He's a stunt performer. He's a martial artist, and you've seen a lot of the projects that he's been in. Let's just put it that way. But until then, let's get this party started. My second in command's on the ship. Let's get her going. Lady Mandalore.
Hi.
There we go. You know I can't never fix the camera shot until somebody else is online.
Shit,
How's it going?
Going good. Happy Tuesday. Ooh.
I know that voice. It was that day for you too.
Yeah.
See, a good captain always knows his crew.
Oh Lord.
What's going on now? Yeah.
Hey man, what's going on? Hi, Christy.
Christy's in the house as well. I'm waiting on Bama. He'll pop in.
Any moment now.
Any moment, Bama will pop in. So
tripped over the cat.
Oh my God, that triple. Yeah, look, I've tripped over my dog a couple times, so I know.
There
it is.
Burning. Here's burning.
So yeah, it has. It's been a week. It's been an 8.5 months. That's what it's been. It's been an 8.5 months. That's all.
Help.
Oh Lord.
Oh, but how was your day, Captain? I don't think we ever asked you how your day was.
You know what? It was busy. It's a busy day for me. Like since I had to make a move, still in the hospital, but since I had to make a move to a different area where I'm not as secluded, which I prefer, but
leave me to my wares.
Yeah, but at the same time, for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been bothered. You know, as my superior said, she was like, "Oh, they're not going to bother you much," and I said, "Oh, they might," but turns out they really don't. Come and go, do what I got to do. I only got to answer to one person, and
promises kept so far.
So far, yeah. So far, but other than that, just physically tired, running around tired.
Tis a thing. Tis going round more so than we're accustomed to. It feels like.
Look, pretty soon we can't just mind our business. We have to do a little something. Unfortunate.
Get ready.
Our queen of horror is in the building. Geek by heart. I think she's look. I didn't get to catch her stream, but since I'm already in the group chat and it was Silent Hill, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need no parts of that.
That shit is it's no joke. It's no joke.
I got a tip for you. Pause. Somebody said, or I was watching somebody else's stream. Do you know that when you do a perfect dodge, your stamina refills?
I didn't know that. And the thing is also when you do a perfect job, I mean a perfect dodge.
I mean that too.
The time slows down, but you don't either. That's what's weird. So the times that I have done a perfect dodge, I'm wailing and I'm thinking I'm slowing down, but I'm not. And it's also by complete accident when I do a perfect dodge. Like it's
practice is what it sounds like. Practice.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. And it sounds like I need to do a lot more dodging because it's not gonna get easier.
No. Honey.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
I only watch a little bit more than where I am. Like I go back and watch streamers up to the point that I'm at. Like once I do it, then I go back and see if I missed anything or whatever. I actually went a little bit above. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so scared.
Yeah.
And Chrissy is right. Yes.
You have to burn sage to watch Silent Hill. Yeah. It's kind of par for the course.
It is really serious out in these Silent Hill streets.
Mm.
And
me and Silent Hill have had a very complicated history.
Well, listen, these last two games are worth it. I will say that, and they're very scary in different ways. I will say that as well.
Also, as Mal is saying, and as we've been saying for the past 2 days, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. It was great.
And she celebrated by scaring herself half to death.
Yeah. No, yesterday was more about Marvel Zombies and the family eating Cheesecake Factory. It was wonderful.
We are definitely talking about that Thursday. There's
I hate
that. I have questions.
There's a lot
of questions.
There's a
lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I know this bet not be. This bet
They can't. And I hope that's also not going to be answered in another film. Just do another season 2 of the Zombies. Don't do it in another film.
Yeah, just please.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
I tell you this much. I will say this much. For those who haven't seen it or whatever, I'm not giving away too many spoilers, but I will say, let me get Whoopty in here first.
Look at you. Hi. Hey.
It's like Jazzy around here. And our very own
Jazzy
Navy Montel's in the building.
Navy.
Are you stuck?
Huh?
No.
No. Wow. I actually posed and then I'm still like, are you stuck? That's bad. We've gotten to that point in our lives now.
No, without giving away spoilers for Marvel Zombies, because we're talking about it Thursday, I will say this. Yelena?
Man, I'm a drink.
Again, I don't know. Florence Pugh is putting out like emotion.
She always does though.
That was Daddy too.
She can act.
That whole family did their voice acting.
Yeah, they Thunderbolts. Look. There's a scene in Thunderbolts where she just breaks down to Alexi, aka her father, not her father, but her father. But that whole line, and then she busts out with "But Daddy, I'm so alone," and I say, "Not now." Tafari, you're right. She's been having a year. Yeah. Yelena has been having a year. Shout out to Florence Pugh because that Thunderbolt scene, and then even looking at Alexi as she's going through the breakdown, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what a father would do. He wouldn't know what to do. He's just kind of stuck." And he's like, he's hearing the little girl that she's a grown woman, but even he said it. You're a grown woman. I still see my little girl. Yeah. I still see my. And the crazy thing is, they're not even related. They spent what? I think they spent like 5 years together during that mission.
I feel like it was more than that.
It wasn't because Yelena was very young. She Natasha was like close to between 10 and 13. And Yelena was probably between 5 and 7.
I thought she was older than that. Okay.
Yeah,
I defer to you.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought she was older than that, but yeah.
And I'm just based off of kid height, so. But yeah, she carries. She carries.
Frequently.
Very much so. Another performance that I've seen lately was our very own Geek by Heart as she was playing Silent Hill F. Y'all, if y'all did not check out her stream, let me tell you, she had me doing this with my hands every time she stopped. She's like, okay. Hold on. I'm just sitting there going, girl, you better.
It's an experience. It's an experience. And there's times I was doing that because I was gripping the controller so hard.
Not the grip.
Because there's times I'm like shaking, like y'all don't see it, but I'm like this, and I'm just like, okay, I need to calm down. Sometimes I'll pause it to think, but I'm also not only thinking, I'm trying to have myself like chill out.
Nope. Not.
That was the most powerful nope in history.
God. Nope. You saw past the school? You saw past the school? You saw past the school? Because that's
without giving anything away. I want to say lava is what I've seen. I've seen lava. Okay, there we go. Well, yeah. So then, yes, I'm past the school.
Oh my gosh!
It's not a big deal for you. It's not.
I hope
things take a turn. I will say.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The last time I played was Downpour.
Downpour wasn't scary, but it was too much.
It wasn't. It
was just too much. It was like you would run out of resources. I think I replayed or tried to replay that at least 3 times, and every time I got stuck at the same place because I just run out of resources. I was like, forget it. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wish you all the best in your horror runs. I'm not doing it. I thought I would.
I will live vicariously through you because, let me tell you, the last time I played anything scary was Resident Evil. Was it Resident Evil 3? And I
remake or original?
Original. Man, bump that remake mess. Nah, you want to get that original.
But thank you. The original, the remakes are not bad, especially the second one. I didn't play it. I watched it, but the second one is good.
Are we comparing graphics? Is that what we're comparing?
I'm not comparing graphics. I'm talking about like the
overall. Then no. So then no.
I will stick with the original because it's nostalgic.
Okay.
Original for me, the original for me was perfect because if you're on a Navy ship and you're playing a game that's scary, but they're watching you play and they all jump at the same point at the same time, priceless, absolutely priceless.
That is a problem.
Those
No.
tank
That is a
never make
problem.
me love it.
It's a problem you can't get rid of.
No.
Jesus.
Mm.
Rest in peace to Asada Shakur. She died a free woman.
And
And
surrounded by good food, hopefully, because good Lord, Cuba.
yes,
I mean, I'm saying if you know,
you've ever had Cuban food.
hey man,
Change
hey,
your life.
you know, sometimes you know, home ain't always where you start. That's all I'm gonna say. Home ain't always where you start.
This part. And yes, she's being celebrated. Yes. Defense. You've seen our lawyer show. We have a great defense.
That is true. That is very true.
Oh,
no, but
yes, and the rum.
yeah. As you know, we are in our spooky season officially. And we start talking about all the spooky stuff.
Oh my God.
Fix your face, Kira.
I know why. Like life is lifing. I don't need.
Oh, and
I'm revisiting the final girls and the final guys.
Okay.
You know, because people seem to forget about Roger. I don't know why. If you've watched the show long enough, you know who Roger is. And Roger made sure his ass got out the house. And Betsy just couldn't make the cut.
the scary comics are coming out too.
Scary comics are coming out.
I picked up the latest one today.
Ooh, Event Horizon?
Event Horizon Dark Descent, issue 1. So I'm excited.
That is a 90s movie to
That's what I was about to ask
really
you.
wrap your head around. That is.
I picked this up.
Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, that pretty.
I have this waiting for October as well.
Oh, Blood Hunt is so.
Blood Hunt is fun. Blood Hunt is fun.
That is dope.
I'm still catching up on some of my comics, and I read this Amazing Spider-Man #1, which is in this particular chapter was written by Kevin Smith. What's that one?
Yes, she picked it up.
Hey,
They chose violence.
I gotta. You know what? Yes. I have to order. They chose violence. They choose violence. I just have to order. They choose violence because I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna find it around here. I'm just not.
I already know at all. And of course, our resident comic creator has created the new one called Skinbreaker, which I'm looking forward to checking out. Robert Kirkman, I don't think that man has missed yet.
No, he hasn't. Him and Jonathan Hickman, bullseye artists. They do every time. I'm like, oh, didn't expect that kind of story. Let me sit back and take this in. Jonathan Hickman's the reason why I started buying Avengers.
Oh yes. Death in the Family. I knew that made Chris.
There's Death in the Family.
Let me grab a book off the shelf. Hold on one second.
First of all, Kira, the way you reached off and got books off your shelf was very good.
The background has purpose. See,
yes.
Murder Podcast is dope though. That is, if y'all want to check out an excellent comic, that is incredible.
See, it goes to show you that you don't always have to reboot a horror franchise, which unfortunately they're doing again with Friday the 13th.
Why let him die?
Yeah,
they're rebooting, or they're putting it back out to watch in the theater.
They don't need. Period.
Well,
they're doing both. They're probably doing both.
It's supposed to be a TV series based on Crystal Lake. that is in like foreign development, I believe. And then what Chris said.
I don't need a
Yes.
reboot. I really don't need a reboot.
Can we let it die?
Just watch 10 off of my memory, but I don't need a reboot.
Mm-mm.
Keep going.
Facts, please. Can we just let it die?
just keep going. I like you tried with Freddy Krueger.
Did they?
They
Did they try?
They
They
didn't
didn't.
try.
You know, they put money in that. They put money in that bank.
Yeah. They tried.
Yeah.
They tried. And it, for what it was, it wasn't bad. They're doing great with Evil Dead. They're doing great with Evil Dead. Like that last one, I was just like, everyone?
That last one, this one.
Jesus, everyone? Not one person. No one?
Yeah, the two.
Wow.
There was the aunt and the daughter.
The daughter.
They didn't make it out. They was in the
Yes, they
parking
did.
deck. They was in the parking deck.
No, they made it out.
I'm gonna have to look at that again. I could have swore they
Yeah,
didn't make
they
that
made
out.
it out.
Out of
But
that.
there was a random girl who didn't make it out, who was actually at the start of the film. But you didn't know that was the end of the film at the start of the film.
Okay. Yeah, because that
Well, I'm not going to start the film. So
trauma.
I'll let y'all do that. I'm a chicken.
Y'all
I ain't
can
gonna
have
lie.
that.
That's a rough. I thought 2013 was bad.
even Final Destination,
Oh,
Bloodlines
That was
was
good.
actually really good.
Mhm.
I said, okay, all right, y'all did that.
Wait a
Thank
minute.
you.
I got another one for y'all to watch. I can't remember what it's called, but it's with Jai Courtney, and I'm not a fan of him, but he did his thing in this one.
Oh, Boomerang.
What?
Captain Boomerang.
Blood in the
That's
water.
Oh, yeah, man, yes, but
what did he
Was
do?
it blood in the water?
Dangerous Animals. Watch that if you
Yeah.
haven't.
Okay.
Mm.
Where's that on?
I feel like it
Is
should
it on
be
the high? Is it on the high seas?
I feel like it
I
should
mean,
be
everything is.
on somebody's streaming.
Oh, I know this fucking movie. Oh, yeah.
It's really good actually, and I am not a Jai Courtney fan, but it's really good.
Well, don't sell it on the Jai Courtney. It's open water. It's basically open water, isn't it?
It kind of is with a serial killer.
Wait, he's like a okay. I think I seen
It's
the
open
trailer.
water
for
with a
that.
serial killer.
That's what I okay. I did see the trailer for that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh.
And that's why I say I have to give him credit because he actually carries that film on his back,
Huh.
and it is really good.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's
Okay.
I was going to. I want to see if I can do this.
Yuck.
I'm not sure if I was gonna say this, but I did because I didn't get a chance to do it the way I wanted to. But we have a quick trailer from Star Wars.
Amazing.
There we go. Let's see if this will work. See if it doesn't give me any problem. Every other time I do it, it seems to be fine, but I have to do it a little different way. This is Star Wars Vision Volume 3.
3.
Because the first 2 volumes are so damn good.
3.
Volume trace.
Glitchy, isn't it?
Volume trace.
これからの人生も希望に彩られていると思っていた。逆に見えなくても信じられるものもある。全部つながってるんだ。
どうしましょう。そして死ぬな。それだけだ。
やっつけよ
フォースの根源銀河系のあらゆる生命をつなぐエネルギーとは
光と闇のしてはバランスは存在しない。
私はどうしたら。
フォースと共にあらんこと。
I gotta tell you,
the anime treatment,
they hit it.
Always, it always hits in a way that you just cannot stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Visions, the entire run so far, in their bag, because you're getting different looks. This one, just seeing like Navy said, seeing some of those anime looks, it takes you back. It takes you back watching early anime films. Black Spartan. Trey Mosley. Trey Mosley's not on the show, of course. What's happening? What's happening, Trey? No, but Star Wars Visions has I love it. Just tells you more that there are people out there who really put in fantastic work and they don't get seen. Sign up for Blerd Station at blerdstation.com.
Right.
They do an amazing job. These studios do great jobs.
The Star Wars application for making new series grows ever so longer. And so many studios need to go ahead and do stories that aren't Jedi or Sith.
I agree.
No, give me more Sith. I ain't gonna hold you. Give me more Sith.
They are on one. They're like right under Kira, I swear to God.
Right?
So Kira, do you need lawyers?
I'm sorry.
They
I'm sorry,
right,
what?
The calls coming. The calls coming from inside the house, Kira.
I don't criminal empire. What? Yeah.
No, yeah, he says the empire is coming. Look, the empire coming for all of us. That's the case,
man.
Fucking literally, y'all. Wait. Oh, wait.
That's the case. I'm waiting on the call. I swear to God, I'm waiting on the call from them to be like, "Hey, are you ready?" Hell yeah, I'm ready. I got 40 years of knowledge. I've been ready.
That's when you just sit there and just go to the armory.
Yeah. Wondering when this call was coming through. Y'all took long enough. You're gonna looking at me like Randy Quaid from Independence Day. Like I'm crazy until you find out I wasn't lying the entire time.
Well, he crazy now, so
that's true.
And this is why blacksmithing will always be a wonderful trade.
Yes. But no, Star Wars Visions, and we talked about it before. We stated it before that you can always tell a really good story. It doesn't even have to be a continuing story, but you can always tell a really good story that's self-contained, that doesn't really have to involve the main characters that we grew up to know.
Pretty much.
As long as you have the core. And let me see. The entire war has taken place over what? 40 years. So, and probably, yeah, more than likely more than that. And so you figure there are stories in betwixt all that time. Because you figure Luke and Leia were about what, 20?
Yep.
That's just where it was. 19, 20. Yeah. So 19. So where that started, we're not even counting the 19 years prior. So you figure just slap a 20 years on that one.
Or the pockets of resistance stories that you can tell.
Right.
The real beginnings, although don't be wrong, Rogue One still fun. I am one with the Force. The Force is one with me. I will always recite that. But there's pockets of stories in between the episodes that you can tell. You can even go back and tell, if you really wanted to, you could tell an Ewok story. Between Chewbacca's race and the Ewoks, you can tell certain stories.
Laney's face is just like, no Ewoks, please. Please don't
You got
Ewoks.
something against Ewoks?
Can we get a Jawa story since we want to see them little fuckers go crazy? I want to see the Jawas.
Yep.
Let's see the Jawas. That's what I want to see.
So
I'm just saying.
So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come right back. We have our guest in the building, Gary Peebles, stuntman, stunt performer, martial artist. Seems like an all the way great guy. Yeah.
And Trey with the big donation.
Good Lord, Trey.
Oh, damn. Black man.
I gotta get to that.
Trey, can I have?
God damn, man. Listen.
Yo.
He's blessing us. He's blessing the shit. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company. So before we bring our guest in, we got to get the crew in here real quick because I want them to see this if they haven't already, or better yet, for our other people out there who haven't seen it as well. Our guest is a major factor in a lot of big productions, so you might want to see some of the stuff he's worked on.
Bruh.
Why did I do that,
Gary Peebles, everybody.
I want to be like him when I grow up. I want to be like him when I grow up. Hey,
Here. Let me give you my guy.
Sir. Yes.
That
You are amongst family, my man. Let's
impressive.
go.
Man, it's
Yeah. That's all.
Impressive. Gary.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Between you are 6'1", 265.
Yes, sir.
Marshall, I'm sure that at your height and weight, they didn't think you could even jump that high.
Nope. Let me tell you, it was a time trying to convince people that it was possible for sure. Yeah. Yeah,
He's like, well, hello.
Oh, you convinced Lady Mandalore over here. She has not come down from the octave she's on.
You notice there's that one fight between myself and another performer, and that was one that we did as like fight homework for a coordinator who was doing a fight choreography class, and it took us doing that fight for people to be like, oh, he wasn't lying.
My goodness,
he's not playing around. I want to talk. Go ahead, Spartan. Go ahead.
Oh no! As a person that studies martial arts and watching another person their craft, I need to train more. Jesus Christ! I'm not even going. I'm like, you just inspired me to just go ahead and try a little bit harder.
Go right ahead, brother. Go right ahead.
So I guess the normal. When did you get started? And let's start with the martial arts part of it.
I was 3.
Oh, you've been. Oh, you.
I was gonna say, wait, no, the only right answer is in the womb, sir.
This man's first word was chakra. Okay.
I was 3. Yep, I saw it was in 1986 in DC. I saw a Chinese New Year's parade, and I told my dad, I was like, I want to do that, and he's like, no, you don't. I was like, yes, I do. A lot of convincing, a lot of unknown stuff by a 3-year-old, and it just kind of went from there. Started doing kung fu from then up until now.
Nice.
Wow, that is well beyond impressive. I gotta say that one, because you shot me the 2 clips, and I've had to keep watching them because I'm like, dude, I've seen him already.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Very impressive
that you were doing. So stunt work came in where?
Stunt work came in after college. So the challenges of being larger has always kind of been there, even with martial arts. Martial arts, my teacher was Sifu and Kung Fu. He had to keep me there longer, train me harder, train me longer, in order for me to be able to compete with the younger, or just compete with the Chinese Americans or Chinese students that we had, because in his infinite wisdom, he knew that I was going to get bigger and I was going to get stronger. My body was going to change, when traditionally, Asian Americans' bodies, they don't become this size normally. So
yeah.
So he's just like, I have to make sure that your body can be able to do these things. But the only thing is, he didn't tell me all that. So I'm just thinking, this man hates me. I'm like, he hates me. And so I'm spending my whole time trying to win this man's heart, win this man's approval, win this man's favor, until, of course, I get about 19 years old and he tells me why. And I'm like, bro, you could have just told me.
There's no fun in that.
That's literally every martial arts movie we've seen.
Like, he literally could have just told me. And he was like, I couldn't. He's like, I couldn't. He said, because, of how I felt about you. If I would have told you, you would have bargained with me. And he said, you probably would have won. So without that level of training or level of forethought from him, would not be here. Would not.
I say he did an excellent job. Like I said, that was like literally the background of every martial arts film that we've watched. Where it's just like that teacher is harder on that one student, and the student is just like, why are you so hard? Because you got it in you.
All right.
You got it in you.
You can do it, and they can't. But they're clearly doing it much better than me.
Lady Mandalore, questions? Or stunned? I don't know.
Stunned, more like
still stunned.
I think that you should be more famous than you are. That's my first thought off the top of my head. Do you have oh my God, I really and truly. So first of all, I think you worked with my friend Ricky Barksdale. I'm gonna just say that out the gate.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Oh no. Okay, so cool. Y'all, I think y'all worked on the Mike Tyson biopic together. I think
Oh
so.
yeah, we also did Black Panther together too.
I know people sometimes.
The circle is
How has it been in, I guess, this atmosphere being a Black stuntman? Do you? I don't know what to ask you, bro. Like you're just fucking spectacular. I'm not even gonna like behind or nothing. I'm stuck. Like I think that you are somebody that needs to be able to speak out loud about your experience within Hollywood as a Black actor, stunt performer or not. Y'all motherfuckers have to act. You're still using your body in order to portray a story, and more so than some of these actors. Can you talk about your journey? Can you maybe even talk about how you feel about the Academy finally recognizing y'all for your work as well?
And we have been going off about that for years. Look, and that's been way before I even got into stunts. So that's been a thing that we've been fighting for a long time, and it's finally going to happen, which I can definitely appreciate. And just to think that you are an Academy Award winning stunt performer, like just saying those words together is just like, wait, what did we finally get one of them things? You know. But as far as like the experience of being a stunt performer, a larger stunt performer, and a Black stunt performer, is they kind of go hand in hand, because just like anything else with being Black in general, you are responsible for strangers because they are the same color as you, just like the same way I am responsible for what another Black performer does, because regardless of even if he did it or she did it and I had no idea about it, that is how we are all going to be viewed. And unfortunately, we don't have the gift or the privilege of individuality where that person can separate themselves from the group, even if we're working on projects that are however far apart and we've never met each other. So that's always one thing to be completely cognizant about, is that yes, I'm performing for me. Yes, I am trying to make an impact on the industry, an impact on my life, and leave a legacy. But I also have to think about the performers that are around me in my purview, for the other Black performers that I haven't met, and for the other ones that come behind me, and especially the other larger performers that are going to come behind me, because of course I won't be able to do this forever. And I'm not going to be the only one like me. I would be a fool to think that. I would love for somebody to come along and do better with the same kind of attributes that I have. And, you know, they could be like, Jerry walks so I can run. Like,
go ahead, Navy. You got a question, Navy?
Oh, first of all, my brother, thank you for what
Absolutely.
you do.
Thank y'all.
What you do, because as that older cat who has seen movies, and I've always said I want to see us doing the stunts. I want to see us getting the recognition, see us getting the acclaim and the respect that's due. So, as an older gentleman to you, young generation, bravo to you, sir. Bravo.
Thank you so much.
See, he and I can vibe. We gonna. So, out of all the projects that you've done, has there been one that's been the most significant? I mean, that is one that's been a motivator, or maybe one that has just stuck with you the most in your entire career thus far?
I would say, and this is probably, you know, very obvious, I would say that Infinity War had the most impact on me.
Sorry.
You had your time. It's my time, okay? It belongs to me, okay? It's my time. Me and my red shirt. I asked him.
But yeah, in Infinity War, even more so, and I just feel like I'm just dropping names at this point, but
Please
Guardians
drop one name, drop names away. It works.
Drop names.
Well, Guardians 3, you know, was Guardians 3, and that was, I would say, commanded the most of me physically, but Infinity War commanded the most of me mentally and emotionally. So I would say that being or doing Infinity War, at least, or the very least, prepared me for what Guardians 3 required. And I say that because everybody's like, oh man, Gary was Drax in Guardians 3, Gary, or in Infinity War. And I'm like, you have no idea, because I was not initially supposed to be Drax in Infinity War. It took me 10 months of training and mental fortitude to get to Infinity War. We started previs, which is called pre-visualization, and we have to build all the stunts and fights around everything that was required in Infinity War. And they had 2 doubles. And Dave has his own double, who was Rob, and Rob did Guardians 1 and 2. And so because the grand scale of Infinity War and Endgame, they needed everybody to have 2 doubles. And then they realized how much that was going to cost. And 3 weeks into previs, they cut the second doubles. And I was the second double. And I was like, my life is over. I remember the email, I remember the email that I got for Infinity War, and they were like, hey, you look like one of our superheroes. We'd like you to, consider those.
Nice.
And for like 2-3 seconds, and I would mean, like, for a while I was like, somebody's trolling me. Somebody's trolling me really hard. But so the stunt coordinator, who just happened to be one of the freaking doubles for Captain America, was like, hey man, this is what it is. If we need you, we'll call you. And I'm like, okay. So I went home and I was like, I'm not gonna jump off a building. I'm gonna be fine. So I did other projects in between. We went back and we did later on they required a lot of we had to do all the Wakanda scenes with the Outriders and all the Avengers and Black Panther and Black Widow and everything and I did that. But in between that, I did Pitch Perfect 3, but I was still very, very focused on being Drax. And I talked to one of the assistant coordinators that had come to my house at the time. And he was like, and I asked him, I said, hey man, I know there's another scene where Drax is going to be filming in October. I said, what are the chances of me being able to do that? And he said, I'm not gonna bullshit you, man. It's probably like a 5% chance. And what I heard was 5, not 0. And so for that, I took that and ran with it. I mean, like, I immersed myself into everything that I could. I listened to the Guardians 1 score. I looked at as much Drax stuff as I possibly could. I watched the cartoons. I looked at the video games, anything that I could. I got more comic books, whatever it was that I could just, manifest or put myself in them. I know the Ballad of the Nova Corps note for note.
Nice.
So come around September 2017, I get a phone call from the stunt assistant. He's like, hey man, are you available this day? And I said, yes.
Yeah.
And then they said, okay. And so he doesn't want to tell me because he knows how excited I go again. He doesn't want to disappoint me, but they changed the dates. And so the dates changed, and it actually ends up being 3 days instead of 1. And he was like, okay, so are you available these days? I'm like, yeah. And I asked him, I said, I know the dates changed, but are they going to use me or are they going to use Rob for these 3 days? And he's like, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. And then I just get a text message. Excuse me. I did get a text message. Hey man, be here at 5:30 in the morning. I got there at 3:30 before they set up base camp. One, because I was excited. 2, because I knew I got to be responsible for everybody that is a person of color. Because at this point, they're taking a huge chance and risk on me, because at this point I'm still fairly new. I've only been in the industry professionally now for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already getting ready to do this grand scale movie. And so I get there, they're like, get into your shorts, no shirt. And I'm like, okay, 5 makeup artists, and they just it's like they're attacking me with makeup and prosthetics, and they're putting the paint on me. They're airbrushing me and putting the stuff on, and they're taking what they call the transfers, and that's what's the red stuff on Drax's skin, and they're just wetting it and putting it on me and everything and putting it on my chest. I look back and I am now a superhero, kid from DC, statistically not supposed to be there, statistically supposed to be dead or in jail. I am a superhero at this point. I had to lean my head over my chair so I didn't get tears on my makeup.
Let's go, man.
Trey Mosley is in the audience. He has a question. He says, I want to know, what was the one job that after all was said and done, you said to yourself, I did that shit, and what would it be the action franchise you'd want to be a part of now?
Ooh, that is a
Can
man.
we
That is
put him
a
in
great
Blade,
question.
please? Can we put him in the Blade movie? I'd like to see him
I
in the
would love
Blade
to.
movie.
I would love to, man. I would love to do it all. I would absolutely love to do it all. But I will say that with that question, it was during that day, I still didn't have the job as Drax. And that's going to answer his question, because I had to go there and do a screen test for the producers and the directors. So it wasn't like they did all that makeup and they were like, no, you got to do a screen test. We got to make sure that you can do the job. So I was and at that point, like I said, I'd been training for 10 months, and I was offended a little bit, but they didn't know that what I'd just gone through for that long to get to that point. And so I was just like, I am going to blow their mind. So I walked up there, the most uncoordinated as I possibly could, the least heroic looking person ever. And this props master, he has the Drax knives in his hands. And I'm just standing there listening to the AD. He's going to tell me what he wants me to do to perform, to again audition for this job. Prop master takes the knives, and the Drax boots have holsters for the knives. He slides them in my boots, and he goes, "You're ready." And that was the most Manchurian Candidate move that anybody could have ever made. And he had no idea. And he's and I don't want to call him just a props guy, because he's an excellent props guy and I love him. And I told him about that on Guardians 3. I was like, you have no idea how pivotal you were for me being here right now, for what you said to me however many years ago in 2017 when we were doing this. And he was like, I did? I was like, yeah, you did. Like, you have no idea. He was so ecstatic. He went home and told his wife. But that moment right there was the one where I was like, I did that shit, because I did this whole thing where he was like, now take the knives out, start attacking. They're just giving me all these directions, and the camera is hanging from a bungee inside this very large studio in what you guys would know as the Q ship, and that's where Drax, Mantis, and Quill meet Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man, and they think that Thanos is in there. So that's that scene where I get beat up by the cloak of levitation. So, but that's that scene that I was auditioning for right there. And I'm doing all this stuff, and I throw the knife up in the air, and I jump, spin, and catch it right at a camera lens, and I go from camera right, corner of camera right, to camera left, and the camera guy goes back like this. And Ed, one of the ADs, and he's like, "Okay, we'll see you tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yes, you will." And I
nice.
Nice. Oh my God.
So that was my I did that shit moment for sure.
I like how you stated that you got there early because you wanted to be responsible for the other performers of color there. So basically, you became a guardian of the Guardians.
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt. I'm telling you, there's history right there, man. I do this a lot. I'm sorry. I do this.
I appreciate it. But yeah, it's one of those things. I was like, I am being given this amazing opportunity because I don't know another person other than Dave, who's from DC, who looks like me, that is who has been afforded that opportunity to be able to do something like that.
That part.
Like I'm literally born in Southeast DC in the DC hospital, District of Columbia Hospital for Women that no longer exists. So by definition of that time, I'm statistically supposed to be deceased or in jail. Yet I have this thing where I can say I was a superhero in a Marvel movie. Like that is something that I don't take lightly.
That's a hang your hat on moment right there.
Yeah. Before I get to Spartan and Whoopty and Geek by Heart, you are, and I'm glad the questions were asked about being a black stunt performer and how you had to protect and guard other black stunt performers. Like you had that responsibility. You are part of a nice conglomerate of stunt POCs that are now with Blerd Station. Yes, folks, you heard that right.
Let's go, girl. Let's go.
Let's talk about.
We literally have action.
Yes. So let's talk about the stunt POC crew, what that looks like, and joining up with Blerd Station.
Okay, so if we've all experienced this at some point, being Blerds, and I would say with the people that we have here, I would go ahead and say we are probably the OG Blerds. Before Blerds was cool.
Facts.
You know, I would say before Blerds was cool, you know, dial up Goku.
Oh, let's go. Come on.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's linking that with how being a nerd or a Blerd has literally transcended into being a stuntman, because being a superhero, there's something I call the cheese. There has, so if you, then I'll give you a perfect example. You know how you have Power Rangers, their helmets don't talk, so they have to talk like this all the time.
Right.
But if they're having a conversation and they don't do that, it doesn't look right. That's what I call the cheese.
A moat.
Okay. So being a Blerd or being a geek has helped me emote these particular heroes or these people that require that kind of emotion, because I have this plethora of categorized, you know, cartoons, whatever, from old school Optimus to the Centurions to Brave Star to Thunderclap, all of those things, this catalog to pull from. And so when they were approached with us, and I'm just like, this is the thing. So we're bringing a normalcy to being a geek, being a Blerd, and also letting these people know that you have an opportunity to use that to become the very thing that you idolize, because that's how I see it.
That's what's up. Exactly. See, now folks out there that understand, like, yeah, we weren't just pulling everybody's leg. Like, we are back here working behind the scenes. We're over at Blerd Station. We are bringing some amazing anime and live action projects and manga. You have no clue. Like, we are not playing. Black Spartan. Who? Let's before you go.
Here we go.
He has been he's been put into like fifth gear because of you. He just went into fifth gear because of that clip. Go ahead, Smart.
I knew that was coming. I told him so. I had to go back to the drawing board. Every one of my questions got obliterated. So I will say this. I'll join Navy in saying this. Definitely thank you for your service as far as being a stunt court, being a stuntman, a martial artist. Again, having having a high standard for yourself and really setting the bar for others, especially for people of color in that world that not a lot of people know about. It's almost like professional wrestling. You know, for black wrestlers and for black stuntmen, it's the same code. You got to look out for yourselves and each other and hold each other to a higher standard. So again, I'm joining Navy on that and saying thank you.
Thank you.
Really, also thank you for that fight reel, because my God,
wait till you see the second one.
My weapons back there, and I'm like,
The grin on his face got bigger as the reel was going on. I mean, his face was disappearing. All you saw was headband and teeth. That's all you saw.
I'm a bit of a fitness nut, so when I actually see, especially black martial artists or those in the craft that really show off, it's kind of like, oh, I gotta do more. It's like you kind of make me look lazy, is what I'm getting at. But anyway, question. So, because every one of my questions got thrown out the window, I will say this: let's do fantasy booking, because you've played doubles for superheroes. Is there? And I gotta ask, because we all got one. Whether it's DC, whether it's Marvel or independent fandom, if tomorrow your phone rung and it was the role you've always wanted to play as being the person, what would actually be that character that would be, you know, your Mount Rushmore, your dream role? What would it be?
You know, I don't know per se, and I'll elaborate on that, and I'll just say that I trained again for something like that, and how important it was for Black Adam to do the flying, and I did the motion capture flying for Black Adam. And there wasn't any wires or anything like that available for me to fly or anything like that. So I did a bunch of research. I watched every movie with every type of flying, shoulder flying, fist flying, how you rise and how you body position. I watched the behind the scenes. I watched Terry Notary train Brandon Ruth on Superman Returns, and I trained him in the water. So I went and got a wetsuit, got some booties, and jumped in the water and did, you know, spinning and aileron rolls. Like I jumped into the water like I would be landing from flight and all that other stuff. So anything, and so you notice in all of the movies that we watch, the person that can fly of their own volition without any kind of jet propulsion or any kind of suit or anything like that are always Caucasian people. Anybody who can fly that's black has to do so with some type of tech or outside help. What I think is important for us, and what would be definitely important for me, is for us to see ourselves rise in that way of our own volition. So whatever kind of flyer that's black, I would love to do that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Before I get to Whoopi and Geek by Heart, I do want to share another clip or another one of your. It's a fight reel. It's a fight reel. This is what it is. We check this one out, people.
I would call that real. You owe me money.
And for the record, that hanger scene in Guardians 3 is still for me one of the best fight scenes. It's
man, and that's why I say Guardians 3 commanded the most of me physically, because it was that everybody says is the oneer. It's stitched very well. It is not a Warner.
Mal says Gary will be perfect for Icon. I can see it.
Whoever said that, make it happen. I will do it.
Bronze Tiger.
I can see Night
Thrasher.
Go.
I mean, when I saw because I saw your build, I was like, oh, that's Night Thrasher. Just
I've only seen one other person play Bronze Tiger.
Yeah,
Michael Jai White. He's the only other person I've seen.
Yeah.
I put my vote for Hardware. I would love to see him.
Hardware.
Let's go.
You got a milestone crew right here. Come on, you don't play.
So, Geek by Heart and Little Geek by Heart.
She's like, I want to be in this too, Mom. I want to be in this too.
She did because she was around when you said that you started by 3. When you said you started when you were 3, and she instantly said, "That's gonna be me one day." That's my 10-year-old daughter. Okay. So when I tell you that what you do is important, it is important because, like, just off the habit sense of you doing what you're doing and you saying what you're saying. My daughter's right here. She's listening. She's listening and watching. So I just want to tell you thank you as a parent about what you do, and yeah, because like
I cry now.
Right?
Nah, I already am fighting back to myself because, like I said, when she said that to me, it just was like, yo, you just never know the impact that you have. You know what I mean? Because like for me, I'm not. It's not like we're not cool enough like that. We just haven't talked since I graduated. But you might have known one of the stunt woman of the Gormalage, Janelle Stevens.
Yes.
I used to go to high school with her. And since seeing her in Infinity War, like we had similar backgrounds. We went to basketball. We used to play basketball and things of that nature. I used to play in D2, for a second, but like, she thrived. And I always was like, yo, how did it come from like the same background, but you did this and you're fucking amazing. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? So
we're past that. You should have.
Yeah. So like, I think mine is just more of comments more than it is questions, because I can show you my questions that almost everybody has.
It's called synergy. I can't help it. It's called synergy. We all think we look alike.
Okay, it started with this one because I was just like, yo, how is it like to be a person of color in this industry, being that you don't see that often? And I felt like, to me, Infinity War broke the glass ceiling. That's when I saw a whole bunch of POC stunt people that I've never seen in one place. So when you start talking about that got me very, very emotional in my head. So like I just want to say thank you to that. And I think the other question I was gonna have, but I think you guys might have been talking about either comic book characters. So if it wasn't comic book characters, what video game character would you want to do? But if that's what y'all was talking about, I don't know if the Tiger people, if that was comic book characters, that was video game characters. So if it wasn't, what video game characters you do? And if it was, I'm sorry, I ain't got no questions. I apologize.
No, well, I have been so some nostalgia for the brethren is I got to meet and work with one of the OGs from Big Trouble in Little China, and James Liu.
Oh wow.
When we did Luke Cage. And so James Liu was auditioning for a fight choreographer for NetherRealm Studios. NetherRealm Studios does all the Mortal Kombat games. And so NetherRealm Studios. And so what I didn't know while we were out there was that they were looking at me very closely. And then they called me and they were like, hey, we want you to do one of the characters that we have. And I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, you move exactly who it is that we need. And I was like, okay. And then I saw the guy and I'm like, it looks just like me. So I was afforded the opportunity to be Garrus on Mortal Kombat 1.
Nice.
The chat is on fire out here. Hey, I'm losing their mind.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and say, whoever knows Garrus and plays with Garrus, and I'm not gonna say that because a 10-year-old baby, y'all stop doing that very specific combo that y'all keep doing. I had to do those moves, and every last one of them I had to do it one by one by one. And so, seeing how all of those things have been chained together, y'all need to stop.
the infamous combo. It has a certain name that I'm not going to say
Oh
here.
my God! Look, I saw that. I was like, no.
Oh my God, Wolfie, what do you got?
My question is, you said you locked in on the martial arts from 3 years old, and you locked in on wanting to be Drax. I'm sure it happens to everybody. Everybody steps off that path occasionally. What do you do to get you back to that focus?
And this is different for everyone, but there was. It's how do I put this without sounding really, really cheesy or corny?
Oh, we just got cheesy.
I get up and I go to the gym every morning at about between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, and that is a must for me. Regardless of what it is that I do, I could have a half donkey workout, you know what I mean? And but the thing is that part of the day I still won. That part of the day I still beat. So and it's the age-old thing, when motivation dies, discipline must take its place. And one thing that I was talking about, at least with myself earlier today, is that pain and rage are a wonderful motivator, but it cannot be easily sustained. Because NOS works really well for a quarter mile, but it's not going to work for a road trip, because one day you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel that pain anymore. One day you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel that anger anymore. And then when you do, what else do you have? What's going to keep you going? What's your why after that? So it's not a long-term thing to be angry about something and let that be the motivator. It's not so the discipline has to outlast the right now. And so when I get off track, because all of us do at something, it's that is my anchor, is the training, because I know that at some point I'm not going to be able to do the things that I can do. And I'm not trying to say anything about anybody. And so I'm 42 years old now. I've never had an ounce of alcohol. I've never had any kind of drugs. I've never even had weed. I'm a huge proponent of weed. If you're doing weed, please continue. I've never had it before. And that's part of the martial arts trainings, because my teacher was like, you never know when what it is that I've taught you is going to be used or called upon in the service of others. So that's why I'm always prepared to do what it is that I need to do. And that's why I've never had any of those things. And so that is the base for me, is that the discipline is that the anchor when I feel like I don't have anything else. It's that code. And the code for me, my teacher said, there's no recreational drugs, there's no drinking, there's no gambling, there's no hitting women in anger, there's no hitting your opponent in the back, there's no hitting your opponent while they're down, and no theft. And so those are the things that have made everything else fall in line when nothing else makes sense. I'm always able to revert back to that. I hope that answered your question.
So for the people that are watching right now live and will be listening to the show back tomorrow morning, I hope that the tagline of entertain, educate, and encourage locked in with everybody, because that's what this brother just gave us. I gotta ask you, Gary, I'm surprised I haven't heard it yet. Being exposed to martial arts at 3, who are the martial artists that you look up to?
Oh, but I mean, this is probably going to be super, super simple. But of course, I am a huge, huge fan of Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
I love Donnie Yen and I love Wu Jing, and I love Donnie Yen because here in the States, nobody, or at least mainstream, nobody gives that man his due, and it took him a long time for somebody to take that man seriously. It took and it took somebody a long time to give that man his due, and he finally got it. And what I would think was probably John Wick. They gave him a little bit in Triple X.
Yeah.
But that man should have had more to do in Blade 2 for sure.
God, yes.
Yep. Oh, is a snowman? Yeah.
Yes, snowman.
Yeah.
I love Wu Jing, or more probably known Jackie Wu. I watched a lot of Jackie Chan movies, but only because the stunts in Jackie Chan movies were just different. They were extremely creative, and he was extremely defensive versus offensive, unless his character called for that. And like I said, so for me, I know the pivotal thing, we learned a little bit of this in Kung Fu, but Dragon Tiger Gate was big and pivotal for me because of the differences in styles. The 18 dragon slaying palms is almost like a real thing. They call it something else. And then, the villain, the Black Pagoda. And I stole a lot of that from the Black Pagoda because of how he just turned his hard style into soft style when he needed to. It was like he could be everything except for all three of them at once, and it was just it was just a beautiful thing. Also, I would say that a lot of my influence from when I was a kid, blow your mind again, is from Guyver 2 Dark Hero.
Yes,
nice.
Let's go. See, he's bringing back nothing but the memories. Okay, he's bringing back
Guyver 2 Dark Hero. Probably I watched that when I was about 10 years old, and it was just how that it was the duty. He had a duty, and it was a purpose. And that suit, that suit. And I had an opportunity to like tell Steve Wang this on Instagram. I was like, you have no idea what that movie did to me as a child, but still does to me as an adult. That's why everybody calls, when they see the Guyver kick, they see Scott Adkins do it. And it was like, oh, it's the Yuri Boyka. I was like, I will slap the black off you. I was like, that is the Guyver kick. And it will always look better with a jump spinning hook versus a jump spinning crescent. I don't care what nobody's saying.
I'm glad you mentioned Donnie Yen, because even Trey Mosley mentioned it in the chat. He said It Man. I'm like, yeah, man, I say It Man. And my wife said he looks familiar, and I said he was in Blade 2. And when she sees how fast he's moving, I said, and that is why
that part.
I would Donnie Yen just is his poise for things, and I took a lot of his running style from The Return of Chin-Sen. There's this scene where he's running and sprinting through rain and water and just does this parkour Kong off of a car. And I'm like, huh. So when I had to do that scene where you saw in the previs on the running, I'm running like Donnie Yen toward the guy who's doubling Adam Warlock. Because it's kind of the same shot. It's kind of like that close-in shot.
Yeah.
And so I'm sprinting from, and so just for context, that's on Nowhere, the Celestial Head. So that's where they filmed Nowhere. So I'm running with, just arms up and everything like that. I took a little bit of that from Shaolin Soccer when that slow motion.
Shaolin Soccer. Oh my God.
Nice.
So I'm going to revert to one of our baby Blerds, JoJo.
Okay.
Yay, JoJo! Yay!
I want to go ahead and ask. It's okay. Or do you want me to ask it? Go ahead, Joe. Come on, JoJo.
There's that smile.
She said she don't. Okay, hold on. There it is. Ask it.
Okay. How did you turn your martial arts career into a stunt person?
So, well, thank you for asking. And so, martial arts is more to me than just a job. Because when I started martial arts, I had no idea that I was going to be a stunt performer. I didn't know that I wanted to do that until college. Before that, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. And they were like, bro, you're too big. But, you know, so and like I said before, the addiction to cartoons, 80s cartoons specifically, the poise and everything like that, you Power Rangers, the emotion, it's like the martial arts just helped. And the geekdom just helped. It's like the martial arts gives you the fighting prowess that's going to work in film. But it's not necessarily a requirement, because there's a lot of guys who have no martial skill. They just do what they call ground and pound or bar fights or anything like that. They have a mental toughness, and they usually do driving stunts, or they have something that they've done world class before that. But for me specifically, I've never actually gotten to do too much martial arts on camera, but it does and has always helped me with my body positioning, my air awareness, you know, how I threw that knife in at Doctor Strange. That actually came from, and again, it's for my older cats. You remember the guy who could run really fast on Visionaries, how he threw the knife in the intro of Visionaries? That's how I threw that knife at Doctor Strange. Because that's where they said the shot was going. It was gonna, the knife was gonna come straight at camera, or go past camera. I was like, what catalog can I do that? And I was like, the guy from Visionaries. And so it was initially a throw with the left and a throw with the right. Now the thing is, you can't just take the knife and throw it from here. The camera has to see it from back here, and so it has to be an entire shoulder. And my shoulder's now in line. So my back has to be to it. So it has to see the entire motion. I was just like, okay, I'll throw it like the dude in the Visionary intro.
Nice. I'm glad you mentioned 80s cartoons, because you're talking to a couple Gen Xers over here.
I don't know what you're talking about, you know.
So like when he's like there are cartoons that people do not talk about, forgotten about. Like, look, sitting in front of a television screen as a kid, Saturday morning cartoons before we even had Cartoon Network. Y'all don't know, the struggle was real.
The Cathedral was Saturday morning from 6 to noon. That was the Cathedral. We didn't mess with the
Fruit Loops.
We did our chores early.
Yeah, exactly. It was always, for at least for us, my dad was like, all right, it's 12 noon. All right, show's over. All the cartoons is gone.
Get dressed and get out. Yes, ma'am.
That's when like full bands did theme songs for cartoons.
I have more respect for Jim than most people even care to talk. I'm like that. I'm like, the music.
You see how you were just talking about synergy, because that was the exact thing I was thinking about. I was thinking about Jim, and I was like, he said it. I was like, he heard me.
There's some song. You sit back, you're like, who did these tracks?
Lady got up and Joe just going, no, mother, no, not that, no, mother. Oh my gosh, I love you.
That's so crazy.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
I knew she was gonna bring it out.
Synergy, people. That's how it works here.
Yep. JoJo is like,
I don't know if it lights up too. But I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Girl.
Oh yeah, definitely see
it.
Go to your room. Good Lord.
I will not.
No, but that appreciation for 80s cartoons, storylines be damned. The animation and the music were such standouts.
Don't forget
to this day, you look at the intro to Transformers, and the actual animation throughout the show was nothing like the intro.
No,
and you're just like,
same thing with Thundercats.
Yes,
that's another one.
That was a banger.
Same thing with Thundercats, man. We don't want listen. We will not talk about tiger sharks, though. We won't do that. We're not talking about tiger sharks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Gary, you mentioned Brave Star. You remember that score? I ran that on loop because
what? Eye of the Hawk, Ear of the Wolf.
Yep.
Speed of the Bears.
Speed of a
Speed of a Puma. Oh my gosh. I ran that on Lucas. As like you said, the instrumentalism of that music was undeniable because as a kid, we could hear the drums, the percussion, the wind,
synthesizers.
And you felt that because it's like you knew this cartoon was gonna be everything.
100%. Another banger. Jason the Wheel Warriors.
Oh, let's go! What?
Nothing like a power ballad. I will say that right now.
Hence why that Transform movie will always stick with us. You hear you got the touch, you immediately start crying.
Man, what?
So
must be stopped. No matter.
Now has a question. He says, "Have you heard of Andre Dusa? That's his older brother. He's a martial artist and stuntman as well."
What's his name?
Andre Dusa.
I have not. What did he do any productions with me, or what was he in?
I'm not sure. He didn't say.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of him, but I mean, I'll definitely keep an eye out for sure.
Yeah,
always looking to meet new people.
Trey says Centurion shows at Dobo. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
About 90% of 80 cartoons had like.
I mean, shoot.
Guitar, synthesizers, power ballads. There it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's literally why I would say that a lot of 80s kids are interested
of course,
in more music than just, or at least inner city kids, people, are more interested than most people in other forms of music like rock, metal, anything, because those cartoons were so influential and they meant some cool shit was getting ready to happen.
Yeah. My mom got on me for rewinding the G.I. Joe movie just because of the intro.
Man.
Right?
That's the movie. The intro to the movie. I said, I'm like, we started off like this? Okay.
You know when you're in a group of other nerds because you could say, "You got the touch," and you hear everybody go, "You got the power."
you kind of
when I go to the gym, sometimes, well, not even sometimes, I do this every morning, and it's surprisingly, people say, "Look, I look for this when you put this in your story." When I go to the gym, I'll pick a different song and I'll put a GIF of a cartoon, and sometimes I'll use whatever song fits when Optimus Prime had those boosters in his waist that nobody knew he had when he jumped up and transformed slow motion and did that aerial shooting all the Decepticons.
Yeah.
And so
I never forget Rodimus.
Again, that is another body positioning thing that I did. He has this elongated, like bent knee, straight leg body positioning, and I use that all the time for when I'm in the air. Like when he's because it's very, very specific. It's very, very specific. When that gun first comes out, and he's like boom, and it comes down, his body into the position. I use that when I'm on wires all the time.
Nice.
See that, Mom? Cartoons wasn't trash for us. It still was.
Cartoons taught us so much.
That was more useful than calculus.
Oh man, you have no idea what kind of gratification I had when I went to my old algebra teacher's house when I just happened to be in like you know, way out in Maryland somewhere, and another buddy of mine's son had my algebra teacher, and I went over to him, and he was like, "Peebles, what the hell are you doing in my lawn?" And I said, "I just want to tell you, Coach Lindsay," and he was also a football coach. "I just want to tell you, Coach Lindsay, remember how you said we're not going to have a calculator in our pocket all the time?" I pulled out my phone.
Nice.
I know he
said, "How about that?"
So you are living the dream. You're living that dream. Yep. It can be done, people. It can be done with some work. And you've obviously, the martial arts, it's so impressive, my guy.
Thank you so much.
It is massively, because that's the first thing when you sent me that first reel, and I'm like, okay. And then I seen the size and the weight, and I'm like, let me run this back. And I'm like, I'm even more impressed, because I'm like, as you said during the show, you don't get to see that often. And to go in there and say, okay, you're going to do this and this. I'm like, yeah, but I can do this and so much more. And when you went in there for Infinity War and you wowed them, and they're just like, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yes.
So it stands the question, like, you know, for the people that are listening or watching, even JoJo, he was like, that's an inspiration for people to say, like, you can go beyond plus ultra. It's there. So, but you are managing to do, you and the entire Stunt POC team are really showing what it's like to go out here and not just look after each other, but inspire other people to go beyond the distance and do more and be more impressive. And we have a kid here who literally says, I'm going to do that. That is going to be me, you know, and to walk away and have that kind of impact.
You don't like that. That does something for me now that I didn't say earlier, but that pushes me more than anything else. Like right there in that moment, I was like, whatever it is that I thought that I couldn't do is over. from that right there, because your daughter, and you know, I have a daughter too, she's 7, but you know, and there's, you know, eventually, you know, your own kids look at you and they're just like, oh, that's just my dad, he just does this kind of stuff, he's you know. But for somebody else's child to go be like, you know, that, and then you get to listen to that, and that's what we're always talking about, is visibility and representation, and somebody saying that means that that this is possible for me also. So, young lady, with all of your strength and courage and charisma, you have now motivated me to go forth and do better and do more. So thank you for that.
Let's go, JoJo.
Good job, JoJo.
Get it again, kid.
I have an orange belt on karate.
You got an orange belt? What's next after that? Is purple next?
No, I'm gonna be a green belt.
Green belt. Okay, cool. So wait, did they change it? Is yellow before orange now? Okay, so after that is green. Okay, cool.
Yellow, orange, green, purple, I think brown.
Okay, brown. So
blue, yeah, blue, purple.
I will tell you this: once you get to your black belt, that is not the end. That is the beginning.
My God,
that is the beginning.
I love when we have dope guests. I love it.
Once you get your black belt, what'd you say, man?
Yeah, can you explain that? Like, there's more.
Once you get your black belt, that is not the end. That's the beginning. There's so much more, because a lot of people are just like, oh, I just want to get my black belt. I just want to get my black belt. Once you get your black belt, that means that you now have the tools to learn things from other people that have been doing this now for ever. That's a drop in the bucket. Like, so in Kung Fu, we have sashes. And my black sash test took 2 days. 2 days. And I had to fight like all of the other Kung Fu teachers in the area with a 15-watt light bulb that couldn't see much.
They pledged you. Like, but
Yeah, that's what they
hate you.
They sent my man through the gauntlet. It was like, nope, you gotta go to this.
And the funny thing was, is they didn't have, and it's not like they all had the same style. Like, there was all different styles of stuff. Wasn't the style that I learned. It was they was like, you know, some people that had learned Hung Guard, just Tiger Crane, and you know, Choi Lei Fut. There's all different kinds of stuff, you know. So it's not just northern versus northern. It's northern versus southern, southern versus southern, all this other stuff. You literally have to adapt on the fly. And so what they would do is they would come in, do some stuff, and hit you in the face a little bit, then back up, and then somebody else is coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see, what we not gonna do is hit me in the face. Wait a minute.
So I'm not,
Look, Chris said you got jumped in. Yeah.
Yeah, got jumped in, ladies and gentlemen, the Kumite.
Yeah, right. They don't do that kind of stuff anymore, JoJo. I promise.
JoJo looked out for a second.
I don't
Like,
think
hey,
I want to
now.
go back anymore.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing, JoJo. If they did, you could handle it. You could handle it.
There you go.
10 times more than I ever could. I'll tell you, because your mama's strong, you strong, and I'm telling you, you could. It would be no problem for you. They are lucky they're not doing that kind of stuff no more, because they'd be like, you know what? Just get to school to JoJo.
Oh my God.
Where'd you get the black eye? Man, let me tell you.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I got a story to tell you.
You got Wing Chun. Come on now. You ain't tell me about that, Mom. Come on.
So Gary, I don't know if you I want to continue this conversation. This is so dope, because we were going to talk about Peacemaker episode 6, and I'm kind of like,
I haven't seen it. My buddies worked on it though.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I haven't seen. I unfortunately haven't seen Peacemaker at all. It's on my queue, but you know,
look, you're in Infinity War and Volume 3 of Guardians and the Christmas and the holiday special. And look, you're just like, look, I've been to space. You know?
I did go to space.
Yeah,
a couple times.
Hey, the Guardian ship was like, sitting in that ship was just as cool as seeing it on TV. Like, I wasn't like they you know, James Gunn asked me, he was like, okay, you know, so I got in there. I hadn't seen it yet. I hadn't seen the ship. So I got in there. I was like, this looks just like it did in the movies. Wait. I had that moment. I was like, oh wait. Okay.
I was waiting for it. Now I want everybody to understand. Notice how he just kind of slid that in, like James Gunn spoke to.
Sir,
James Gunn has made fun of me, man.
That man cooks. I'm telling you.
We were flying to Los Angeles to shoot that part of Guardians Christmas special that's in Los Angeles, right? So we're on this is going to sound again really pompous, but they flew us out there on a private plane. So there wasn't a lot of people on the plane, right? And so they're like, we need to take some people and take them to the back so we can balance the plane so we can take off. And then once we get in the air, once we get in the air, we can sit them back. And he was like, Jerry, go to the back of the plane.
I know a fat joke when I hear one.
That's bad.
He's a sick guy in the back of class. Okay, I get back there. I'm like, we're good now. I was like,
oh my, yo, that's wild. That is.
You need to tell him Rosa Parks told you not to go.
Wait a minute, Loki, that ties into episode 6 just a little bit.
Yo.
kind of look and go,
Oh my
really,
God.
really, James?
That's all we'll
Oh,
say.
sweet
That's all we'll
Jesus.
say.
So, Gary,
I gotta say,
I got a
it's
question for Gary.
Oh wait, I want one too.
Okay, ladies first. Then fine, go ahead.
What was it like working with? No, no. Can you? So there is an air about James Gunn that is wholly different from all of the other directors that people talk about in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? James feels very family oriented. Yes, he's got a lot of nepotism and all that junk going on. But it feels like it's because he curates the people that he wants in his house. Do you find that he is, oh God, is he our only hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I had I'm sorry, I didn't mean to move the camera, but I had a wonderful time working with him. And everybody that was there that he brought on, and let me tell you, so we had a bunch of scenes on Guardians 3 with a lot of, I'm talking like over 100 children, all of High Evo's kids that they were making. He was so kind and so sweet to all of those children, where I know a lot of directors would have lost their minds. And he was so great to them. And so it's very interesting to watch how his mind works when he's shooting. It might not necessarily make sense in the moment, but afterwards you're like, well, that worked in a way that I didn't think it was going to. And so I remember that there was so there's a scene with High Evo, and James, if you ever see this, then I apologize. So there's that scene where we're jumping off of the exploding planet onto High Evo's ship, and something wasn't happening with one of my other co-performers, Riggs. Like there was something that he didn't like that was happening. And so I was like, I'm gonna have to sacrifice myself. And so I did. So I did something completely crazy and I just kind of made myself really silly going down there and like hit my knees first. What I was trying to do was hit my knees first on the edge of the ship, so it popped me up and saw a scorpion on the ship. And it worked. It worked really well. And I heard him laughing in the back, and I'm like, this took the attention off of her. And so it worked out to where she could figure something out. Now she's a phenomenal performer. I will go ahead and say that she's better than me, and I had a wonderful time working with her. She is always going to be my ace in the hole, and I tell her that all the time. Or whenever I think about it, I'm like, hey, you're my ace in the hole. And it was always great working with her and the Nebula performer. Both of them, like, stunt women do not get enough credit. Minority stunt women do not get enough credit. Black stunt women do not get enough credit.
These are facts.
Yeah,
absolute facts.
But to answer your question, I feel like James is 100% nerd, and nerds and or stunt people or nerd stunt people need to be doing more superhero movies or powered people movies, because there is a wide array of imagination that can happen. And so whoever he brought on and whoever he brings on to his other movies, for whatever reason, he keeps using the same people, but they always have a light about them while they're on set. And it makes for a much easier, lighter working environment.
This is something that I had mentioned before when you talk about the Adam Sandlers or James Gunn. It's like there's a reason why they work with a certain group of people, because it's like this is my tribe. Like I know they can do this, I know they can do this, I know they can do this. It's not really nepotism. It's like, look, your crew,
Right.
You know exactly what they're capable of doing and what they're able to pull off. And I've heard that even from James Gunn in the interview he did. He said the same thing. He was like, there's this air about people.
Mm-hmm.
And it cultivates that crew like that. And it was like, look,
that's why I would love to see us in positions to be able to do that for each other.
Exactly.
That's what I want for us. That's what I want for us in the film industry. That's why, like, I'm gonna tell you, we need to see more of us, just a group of dudes that built the spaceship and went and go fight some space aliens with some lightsabers, some blasters, or something. That's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to be able to fly and do a side flip kick into an alien's mouth sauce. That's what needs to happen. That's what
John Boyega.
Hey.
I mean, this is one of the main reasons why Blerd Station was created.
Yes.
For this exact reason, seeing projects that are written by us, created by us, owned by us, seen by us, and eventually the masses, because I can't say how many times I've seen an anime or a comic or a concept from somebody that looked like us, and I'm like, I would pay a crap ton of money to see that right now.
100%. Riri Williams, they tried to set that show on fire before it came out and gave it terrible reviews. But think about how many of them nut jobs wanted to get in a Gundam.
Right.
Yeah.
Reams of paper will always be reams of paper. That's all.
Yeah, so you get it. So that's literally the same thing. Like essentially, you got this black girl getting into a Gundam.
A Gundam she built.
And it took the Blerd community to say, we haven't seen one trailer. We'll do it ourselves. We'll do it ourselves.
We don't need y'all's help, and we do it. Don't say shit. Don't say shit.
And then not only did it come out to have really good reviews, despite what the other side was trying to do, people wanted more. And they're itching for more. When you see a character that looks or resembles or can look like you or has you that inspiration to be a tech engineer, to be a sorceress, to be a warrior. If people knew what Storm was really capable of doing,
right?
That part.
We don't call her goddess just because it's a word to be flinging out. No, this woman's a goddess.
Yeah. So I
on par with Wanda.
I kind of stole a move. I can't remember the actress's name who played Storm in Storm Apocalypse, where Apocalypse was the villain.
Alexandria Ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she came out of the lightning and did like this slide or whatever. And I was just like, there was she did this slide into it. And I did a combination of that on this other show that I was with, that I was on just a while ago, and I was like, how did she do it? And so there's another anime from way back in the day called 8 Man After.
Oh, wow.
Let's go. Oh
That's
my God.
Back.
I was talking about that today at work, and they looked at me weird like, 8 Man what? I said, you heathen. It's 8 Man.
Yeah, you heathen. And he was fat. I'm big on speedsters, and 8 Man was a speedster. I swear Wachowski saw the whole bullet thing and stole it from 8 Man. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Oh my God.
But so there's this slide that he did, and the same thing that Storm did in that movie, and I was chasing somebody and had to come to a complete stop because I was in dress shoes and these little pants that they gave me that was way too small, and I'm like, I can't sprint, I can't stop on a dime, so I have to try to stop before I hit camera and stop right in front of her. So I stole that slide from 8 Man and her, so I did a combination between and like stopped right in front of camera, and I was just like, it worked.
I'm glad nobody died.
Right? So I gotta ask you, Gary. It is, first of all, as an elder Blerd, it's so awesome to see the next generation continue to do this. Yes, you're young because I'm 56, going on 60, so we ain't gonna do that. However,
60? Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm 3 years shy of 60.
Oh my goodness.
So I want to be like you when I grow
Don't
up.
do that. You're the older brother. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know everybody call you uncle, but you older brother does. Don't do that.
Okay, fine. Okay, you get your teddygrams back since you were so nice. Anyway, with everything that you've done, have you been able to enjoy being your best blerdy self? I mean, like go to conventions or maybe have any specific hobbies that you do outside of stunt work and performing?
I mean, so I love this job very much, and training for it and becoming better for it is fun for me. And so they say you're not what you do, and I'm like, but you wouldn't tell a Marine that he's not a Marine or she's not a Marine. You know, like I am a stunt performer. I love being a stunt performer. So I am that, and I earned that. Like I earned it. So, I mean, I do enjoy, you know, I have a motorcycle, you know, and I paid for it with Infinity War money. And so the license plate says AVNGER, Avenger, because that it was real for me.
Nice. I hate to interrupt you, but I gotta ask, what motorcycle do you have? Just because I'm a fan.
It's a ZX14R stretched 18 inches, and it's got Avengers in the swing arm, and the swing arm glows.
Look at
I think Spartan's in love.
Holy cow!
I think Spartan has met the person he wants.
I guess I started with Z. I was like,
I guess Kelly's gonna sleep on the couch tonight. I don't know.
No, just 2016 special edition matte gray.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds
not
beautiful.
The cool ass color too.
Yeah.
Well, anything in matte is cool.
See, Lady Mandalore's face says it all right there. Just
no, that's
she
part of
every once in a while, her thing just freezes.
But that was perfect. That was perfect. That was perfect.
It was perfect.
Oh my God,
that is a beautiful machine, though. I was like, that's awesome.
Thank you so much. I love that thing too.
Dude, Gary, this has been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We would love to have you back. Welcome to the Blerd. Welcome to the Blerd Station family, along with the Stunt POC family. So thank you for
so
that.
much. Thank you.
Can we have Gary come back just to talk nerd shit? Because
you.
Praise all and everything you do, because goddamn. But also nerd shit. Please come back and just talk.
What I said, we need to have her back and have a total Blerd conversation. Just everything.
I mean, can it go on Roomful of Blerds on Sundays too? So I'm just saying.
Reach out to me.
Come on, we
I got to see.
I mean, we be talking about. Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna be you and Navy talking about the old school animes, because
you gonna be in the conversation.
I don't be knowing. I got my Cowboy Bebops, and that's all I got for right now. But
why you tripping?
Well, you start with this. You go with these three, and Blerd by mine. You, of course, Akira is, of course, one. Ghost in the Shell, but then you have to go even further than that and go with Kashern.
Oh, no! Let's go. Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Let's go. Oh, my man.
Oh my God, Gary. For the people that want to find some of the other stuff that you do, where can they find you?
They can find me at G-Force Stunts on Instagram. That's the only social media that I have. G-Force, or on TikTok. But I mean, most of the stuff with training videos, stuff that I've been in. I'm now not. I don't want to say making a transition. I will go say I'm making a pivot into acting and stunt acting. There's another one of those things where I think,
Okay, wait. I'm so sorry. I need you to play Berg. I need you to play Berg from Bitterroot. I need you to play Berg from Bitterroot. If you have not read that comic, I need you to pick that up. I need you to talk to Mr. Stanford Green. I need you to talk to,
I will find
to
it.
a whole bunch. I need you to talk to some people.
Let's put it out there
today.
in the Blurdiverse.
Oh Lord. Yes.
Over here.
No.
Berg
Put it out
That
there in
one
the
is Berg. That
Blurdiverse.
is Berg. Okay. The eloquence with the big body, Bubba, baby.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
This has been so informative, just awesome, fun, because this is what we do over here on this ship.
Yeah,
and just reminiscing and just being in absolute awe of your talent alone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, yeah, dude. So, talk to my shipwright. He'll get you a pass to the ship. You got a full pass to the ship anytime we lift off, and you want to come on.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So,
wait.
Go ahead.
We also got a Soul from Midnight Comics.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right too.
We
Lloyd,
Midnight Comics is definitely family over here, so we got to make sure that got said too.
Oh,
There's there are some black heroes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That aren't even the mainstream, but they should be mainstream.
Oh, hey, look. Neither was nobody knew who this was. What was that one with the curving bullets?
Wanted.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wanted.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's right. That wasn't.
Wanted was severely slept on.
It was.
Yeah.
So
that movie was very
All
great.
the comics I actually have that one.
Yes. So Gary, you know where to find this, man. G4 Stunts on IG. Gary,
Yes,
thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
I have got to give you this.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It has been a pleasure meeting you all.
So this has been a great show.
Yeah.
Dude, like I said, welcome to the Blerd Station family. We a modicum of what we've seen put on a Blerd Station live action show or movie. Hey,
would love to.
Ooh, y'all about to watch out, boy. Lady Mandalore, talk to the people.
Hi, hello. How is everybody? Yo, that motherfucker. No, bro. No, he cool as shit. No, but seriously, you can find me and Navy Montel on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Room Full of Blerds, where we talk about independent comics that are Black-owned, independently made, and published in most of the time. This weekend, however, Young Deuces is going to be on the program from Geek Set Podcast. He's a cool bro too. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Maybe I need you to bone up on the homework, homie. I love you. On Fridays,
Lame.
I love you.
Lame. Okay.
Yes,
I got you. Next time I'm
also on Fridays I stream my video games. Spartan, I'm really sorry. I think I'm off Expedition 33. I love you. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. I promise I will make it up to you in another life.
At least you tried.
I did try. It's not bad. It's just I can't. I need action. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next. It might be Harry Potter or something else. I don't know what it is. But it's on the floor right now, which means it's going to get played because that's not where it belongs. That is Saturdays 10 a.m. I also be hanging out at New Blerd Order. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. My schedule's full.
Our very own Queen of Horror, Geek by Heart, with many Geek by Heart.
Thank you, Gary, once again for coming on. Because
absolutely
hearing her talk about you, she's like whispering in my ear at times, like, "Hey, ask me this, ask me that." So you made an impact.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I am Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart. You can find us at Geek by Heart on YouTube Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Not sure how long for TikTok though. I am streaming, I am streaming Sound Hill F. And right now it should be Thursdays and Sundays. Thursdays around 6 because then I can actually get off right around 8:30 and be able to calm myself to go to bed. And then Sundays probably around 5 for the same damn reason. Because it really does take about 2 hours for me to calm the hell down. That's it.
Whoop-de freaking do. Our nails tacked.
All right. I'm gonna keep it brief. You can find me either here or on TikTok at Whoop-de freaking do. And it's my favorite time of the year when it comes to nail creation. So for your spooky, nerdy nail needs,
that was actually really
nice.
Oh,
all right.
That gives me like Beetlejuice vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got them
that
too.
joint is
Don't say it 2 more times.
Oh, she got the Beetlejuice. She got the Beetlejuices.
Okay, said it 3 times. Okay, said 3 times. Great. We're doomed. Okay.
Always show merchandise.
Man. My brother, Navy Montel.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It is I, Navy Montel, your frosty bearded blurdercorn here, with the crew that knows what to do. Gary, it has been an honor and a privilege, my man, to have you here. Trust me, this conversation, this brings back all the good vibes, and hopefully young people understand that what you see now is not always. You got to take a little bit trip back in time or anything. But if you want to know what I'm up to, I have my show back, the Blurdercorn Convos, on Friday evenings. I don't know who my guest is going to be yet, but I'm impromptu because I make it fun. We talk about anything geek and nerd with the guests, about their journey, our journey. We have a fun. Also, I get to hang out with this lady right here, Lady Mandalore, room full of blurs every Sunday at 7 o'clock as we talk about everything comic and geek. Yes, I'm gonna do my homework, so don't you bring me out there like that, okay? I'm a panelist now. Don't do that, okay? Just saying.
He's a very important person.
And I'm getting back into my streaming on Twitch. It'll be on Sunday right after the show. And I am YouTube and everything else. But if I can say, huh?
I said you went out for a hot second.
Okay, now you're back. You're back.
You went for a dive and came right back up.
Nigga, we done had this conversation. You about to be fired, okay? If I can say nothing else, and Gary definitely gave me inspiration for this, dedicate yourself to what you love. Let nothing stop you, and motivate yourself to know that what you're doing has a purpose. What you're doing has longevity. If you're doing something positive, somebody's watching you. Somebody's listening to you. And you're giving them the motivation to keep going. So keep pressing, don't stop, especially if you're a Blerd. They always put us behind the 8 ball. We shut that motherfucker into the corner. We win every time.
And now, where's the organ music when you need it?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
Hold on.
I was so waiting for the organ music to kick in.
Every
that wasn't a word.
I knew it. I knew it.
And I thank you, Captain. I thank you. a word was given that the invitation song with organ music need to follow afterwards, but I guess it's my turn. Black _ Spartan 615 is where you can find me. Gary, again, thank you, because inspirational, and like I said, after this, I'm working out, so you didn't get it. I was looking for something to drag my ass in on the gym, and that was it. So again, thank you for that and your time, and again, we appreciate it. Outside of what's going on with me, guys, I cover all the mess that's going on with the world. How the fuck we got here every Wednesday at 8:30ish. Of course, myself, Tafara, and Joe will cover what has happened at the Tokyo Game Show and Tokyo Game Show State of Play and Microsoft's exhibits, if you call them, and EA's purchases by a certain group that we will not say on here. But you can catch us on Get Bit every Friday, 8:30ish as well. I'm also streaming as well, still doing Hollow Knight because yes, we die a lot. Yes, I do comedy, and yes, it's fun to play. We're trying to wrap this up because Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out very soon, so I'm hoping to finish this before we get to 4. But again, check me out, same underscores, also on Twitch. Rules still apply, folks, because cons are still going out there. Rule number 1: respect the cosplayer. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings. It's not that freaking hard. Number 2: hygiene is important. Please wash your ass. Soap and things of that nature are still available. They can be found everywhere, even when going to a gym. Cologne and perfume are not bath soap replacements. Why in the world would you put this on before coming to a gym? Because funk and perfumes will have an everlasting battle, and the funk will always win. Again, hygiene is important. And the third rules that I have for myself is everybody else. When it comes to fandoms and things of that nature, talk, share, discuss your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
This has been great. Right. This ship has been rolling smoothly tonight. I love it. Gary, once again, my guy, thank you for this spirited conversation, this great inspiration, everything that you provided for us. Thank you for joining the Blerd Station family, you and the Stunt POC crew. Thank you once again. To my crew, couldn't do it without you. Love you guys. Especially, but this young lady over here, this one keeps me in line. Hence why she's the second in command. But yeah, you can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, I know we were supposed to talk about Peacemaker tonight, but come on. We had Gary over here.
My bad.
Don't apologize.
Let's be honest. Great. Like, what do you want me to do? Right. I don't just shut off the good stuff. Anyway, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube and Twitch. You can catch past shows on Always Press Record, uninterrupted, of course. Man, Gary, thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Dude, this has probably been one of the best interviews I've had in quite a while.
Oh, man, thank you.
I'm massively impressed. I'm just like, yo, this guy can jump like 2 feet higher than your 6 foot. I'm just letting you know. So yeah, but yeah, this was really dope. This was really great.
Thank you so much.
We'd love to have you back so we just crash out and talk nerd.
Yeah,
and so you got my handle, you got my email. Just let me know. Hey, you guys doing anything? I said, you on a different show? Let me know.
You need to get him to BlerdCon too.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah, so
that'd be dope.
But
hey, look, I went to BlerdCon. I'm from DC, so
there you go. There you go.
Yep.
Let's go,
Hilton. You'll be hearing from us soon, anyway. Once again, you can catch us everywhere you listen to your podcast. You can catch us live Tuesdays and Thursdays, YouTube and Twitch. Hit that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Go tell your mother, your father, your granny, your uncle, your aunties, and everybody in between, all your cousins, because we got a lot of them. And so, but remember, as we close the show out, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Thank you to our guest, Gary Peebles. Thank you to this amazing crew. Thank you to the guys out there that's been in the chat. Thank you once again. Shout out to Trey Mosley with the massive donation.
Hey,
Trey,
yo,
shit. I knew you was going to do that, camera. I knew it.
just throwing out $100 everywhere.
So,
hey,
Lady Mandalore, Navy Montel on Just Talk Story to Me. So we have a lot of projects coming up through Spotify. So yes, we do voice work. so you can catch us doing that there.
I forgot too because I was so busy giving.
I got a project I got to read for now, and so it's like.
Nice. Oh, I beat you to it! Yay! Hey, yo, bro! I was like, oh shit! Wait, oh, I gotta read this right now.
Yeah, and so we will see you guys Thursday. We're talking Marvel zombies and some of the best, maybe worst zombie flicks that's out there. Who knows? But until then, thank you once again. Check you guys on the chats. Check you out live. See you soon.
Yeah.